Spitwads, we want to thank Chime for sponsoring today's episode. No one likes waiting on a paycheck, especially when you've got bills due. Good thing there's Chime. Now you can get your paycheck up to 2 days early with direct deposit. That's up to 2 more days to save, to pay bills, and generally feel good about your money situation. But Chime is more than just about getting paid early. It's also an award-winning mobile app, checking account, debit card, and optional savings account. So what are you waiting for? Hopefully not your paycheck. Get started with Chime today. Applying for a free account takes less than 2 minutes. Get started at chime.com/ballers. That's chime.com/ballers. Banking services and debit card provided by the Bancorp Bank or Stride Bank N.A. members FDIC. Early access to direct deposit funds depend on payer.
Hey, Spitwads, we have a spectacular Spit Hits episode for you today. What are we talking about? Well, the normal things like extra fingers, dogs that don't poop, or hanging out with fictional characters. Do not miss today's episode. You're going to love it.
What happens when 3 buffoons give life advice, explore unrealistic situations, and give random topics more thought than they probably deserve? It's the Spitballers Podcast with Andy, Mike, and Jason.
Scatamarinka-dinka-dinka, scatamarinka-doo-dah-ba-dingo!
Loved it.
Welcome in.
The badingo is Andy's
I know.
parachute.
It is my finisher.
It is your
It's my final
ejection
move.
seat.
It's my fatality move.
It's your scat fatality?
It's my scat fatality. And what's great is like I'm sitting there thinking and I'm going, whatever you do, don't end with badingo.
It's impossible for you.
And badingo. Whenever you say, that's like saying, just, stay calm. You can't stay calm.
Yeah.
Don't say badingo.
Don't think about a pink elephant.
Don't think about a pink elephant. Thank you, Al. Welcome into the Spitballers Podcast, episode 98. That scat pales in comparison to the one that Jason will deliver for episode 100, obviously.
Oh, it's going to be the best of all time.
I would, based on your history, Jay, I would start warming up now.
Yeah.
I would. You've got 2 weeks. We're in good shape. Would you rather on the show today? Is this real life? We've got a delicious draft for you. Always fun to have an Is This Real Life segment. And Mike is here. Jason is here. We're ready to go.
Hello.
This is going to be a fun time. If you're on YouTube with us, Jason is at a very special location related to our draft. Which
I needed to do some research. Came out here to the Potato Farmers of America. So I'm out on the potato fields today. It's great physical distancing. As
you got some sunscreen on?
There's nobody here. No, I plan to roast today.
Okay, roasted potato farm.
Roasted potatoes. I mean, that might make the list.
Okay, well, you can follow this show on Twitter at SpitballersPod. Follow Mike at FFHitman, Jason at JasonFFL. I'm at Andy Holloway. The website is the website is SpitballersPod. It's not at SpitballersPod. But you can go to SpitballersPod.com, Instagram.com/SpitballersPod. We appreciate everybody's support of this show. We've seen the reviews coming in, and they are wonderful and kind, and we appreciate it and are very happy to be a source of joy during a time in which people need it. So we're proud to do it, and let's get going.
Would you rather?
This Would You Rather question comes in from Israel, and he sent
the
it.
person or the
country.
location?
The country.
No, the actual country.
Oh, bonjour.
Yeah. Would you rather have a dog that does not poop
Ooh.
or a dog that does not shed?
Oh, man. I feel like one of those things is really common. Like, I have 2 dogs that don't shed right now. It's pretty great.
So,
but you're saying would I rather trade? This is a trade. Would I rather trade shedding hair inside for no poop outside? Wow.
No pooper scoopers.
Interesting.
For me, it's still not close. Like a shedding dog, like the hardest part of dog ownership to me, and it's my love for dogs as well, documented. I don't remember what episode it was where essentially I said I would trade the last 20 years of my life to make my dog live forever. But dog hair everywhere. That's the hardest thing to deal with when you have a dog. The poop is outside. Pretty infrequent when the dog will drop one indoors. So I can live with having to pick up poop, or as I do right now, I support my local economy, and someone comes.
You pay for a poop man. You're a poop guy.
I support my economy.
Yes, that's the spin. I was going to out you and me both, Mike. I turned you on to my person because I haven't picked up poop in a long time.
Now let me be clear. You guys have the same poop man?
Yes.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Poop people. There's
more
women,
than one.
More than one show up.
You have a whole like army of poop people?
Yeah, look, we're kind of
seen his
on
dogs.
this show. Dude, my
How
dogs.
fast can you? How fast can they clear the yard?
I have 2 dogs, and I swear to you, they poop 5 times.
Two
each
dogs
a day.
2
That's
dogs,
10 turds.
4 butts.
Yes, it's unbelievable. I mean, the pooper scooper people. They just came, and I'm out in the backyard playing football like I'm playing in a field of landmines. It's terrible. So I mean, maybe the poop, but the truth is, when you have someone like, if I had someone that came and picked up all the dog hair, you know,
Sure.
poop is worse than hair, right? If I step on some shedded hair, I'm okay.
It's
Well,
not
yes,
great.
of course, if you step on it, but that's not the.
Can you be allergic to poop the way you can hair?
I think everyone's allergic
certainly.
to poop.
Yes.
I'm just like, legitimately, I think everyone is. That is what is expelled as not okay.
Is everyone
right?
allergic to poison?
Yeah. Let's
You
check
call
in. Yeah.
All
You're
these
allergic
darn
to poison.
allergies.
I've never had a dog both dogs that I've had did not shed. We have friends that have a dog that sheds, and it seems like the shedding dog consumes a disproportional amount of their life.
Is this Josh?
This is Josh.
Okay, and he has a retriever, right?
Yeah, and it just feels like every time we used to go over there, they'd vacuum and clean it. It was like hours and hours of thing to do it, and then you'd get there and the dog would just be shedding everywhere. I know it clogs vacuums, it covers furniture. It can be a real nuisance.
It's disgusting. And I think allergies are the main problem. Like, my boys have allergies. You boys have allergies. You know, we would not get a dog that's not hypoallergenic. And, you know, if you're hypoallergenic, you're not shedding. So to me, I'm going to take the poop. I'm going to take the poop in my life.
Yep.
And I'm going to have someone else get rid of it. So
You'll support your local economy.
I love injecting
money
into my
I give them
city.
a weekly stimulus.
You socially
right.
distance from that poop. Allison on Patreon says, would you rather all spiders be twice as large or all spiders twice as fast?
Oh, come on. Oh, come on.
Twice as large or twice as fast? You get to think about both of those, Jason.
This is not some. I blame Al Borland for
Do they
allowing
become
this question.
half as fast if they get twice as large, Al?
No, I don't think so.
I assume they're the same
They
speed
just keep
that
their
they
same
are.
speed?
Oh,
They
my-
actually, no, they might be a little bit faster. But for
my legs are crawling right now,
for the,
guys.
for the
Like, my
sake of this
feet are
question,
It's because there's spiders on them, Jay.
Yeah, you guys are real jerks. Oh, hey, can I make a PSA real quick?
Uh-huh.
Can I just say that? I just want to let everybody out there know. I don't block people on Twitter. Or, you know, I don't mute people that often. I probably have 100 muted people. I might not see your post ever again. You post a spider to me, I don't know who you are. Maybe we've had a conversation 100 times before on Twitter. You post a spider, I'm auto mute. It's an auto mute. You will never hear from me. I will never see you again. That is a fact.
So
I'm just
listen,
letting the world
Spitwads,
know.
burner accounts. That's what I heard. That's what I just heard. Burner accounts.
how long does it take to make a Twitter account?
Hours and hours.
it's a
it's a big
30-page
ordeal.
application. They're really
it's
not
kind of a
taking
big
people
deal.
into Twitter right now.
No, they're limiting their exposure in these times.
I think
But
I
do we
want them
have
to
to
be.
answer the question?
Oh man, what do I want?
They're both terrifying, absolute
No, but here's the thing.
monstrosities.
Is on like I don't see spiders that often, and
Yeah.
usually when I see them, they are very docile. They're just kind of sitting there. You look and, oh, there it is on the wall. There's a spider just hanging out, living his spider life.
Yeah.
I don't worry about how fast the spider is.
Of course you don't. No.
I am always thinking
until you try to kill it, and then if you miss,
Don't miss,
man. Or if when you start, he gets a head start, and he's holy crap! If I'm going after a spider and he moves, I agree with you, Mike. It's like I think I got to take the twice as fast because usually they don't move. Usually they're just staying in one spot. But when they move, if they move like lightning across the floor, I'm dead. I am gone.
Okay, but that's if they move. Now, if you look down and you saw a spider that was 2X, then you'd be dead right there.
No, I'm already dead from this question. Allison
Mike.
from Patreon has killed me. I can't. Oh, my
Every
legs.
time I've ever seen a spider, I've said to myself, I'm glad that it's not twice as big.
Yes.
So I'm going that way.
The
I don't want them
idea-
to be twice as big because then they're more formidable. Even if they're fast, they're not as formidable.
That's true. Yeah.
But you give me a double-sized tarantula?
Oh!
Saddle up, boys. We're riding it.
Like those,
We will
those
ride it.
fangs. The fangs are now 2X as well.
Yeah.
Like, no, thank you.
No. What about this one, Jay? Spiders 4 times as large, or they all have wings.
Quick petition for the guys. In certain hard financial times, I think companies need to scale back. I'd like to discuss Al Borland leaving
Due to
this
this
company?
question.
due to this question's inclusion on this doc.
Well, we have an obligation to our patrons, our supporters at spitballerspod.com. Allison is a supporter, and she needs to know which we'd prefer.
I would prefer twice as fast, and
You have
that's something I never thought I would say.
All right, Archie.
Hold on.
All right.
Twice as large or 4 times as fast?
I mean, I think you're going to have to take the speed no matter what. 4 times as fast is better. 4 times as fast is...
You'll be dead
because
before you
spiders are
see
already-
them.
Spiders are already fast. So if it's 4 times as fast, they just disappear. And in my world, I got them. I'm going to hit it. I'm going to take that shoe. I'm going to swing it. And then it just disappeared. I don't know where it went. I didn't see it go.
Twice as large or the ability to fly?
Did he miss me saying give wings or 4 times as big?
Oh, I would. Oh my gosh. Oh,
Okay.
jumping. Next, Archie from Twitter. Archie.
We've done enough.
Archie says, would you rather play miniature golf with your favorite fictional character or play video games with your favorite celebrity? So wait, this is like I can play mini golf with like Legolas or something? I mean,
Yes.
that doesn't sound very fun.
Yeah, but you could bring magic.
Why did I
into
pick
it.
Legolas?
Seriously, like you.
When
you
I
could've-
think fictional, I thought
that was-
fantasy, and
that
then
was
fantasy
really
went Lord of the
fast.
Rings, and then Lord of the Rings went like Legolas.
Is he even the best one from the movie?
That's who
No,
my
he's not
wife
the
would
best.
pick. That's who my wife would pick. Trust me.
he's certainly
She'd
not the
pick
coolest
Legolas.
one. Yeah, he's certainly not the coolest one to play mini golf with because you'd want Gandalf. Imagine how cool that game would get. That windmill now is 70 feet tall, and the balls are flying through the air because he's got magic. And that, like, if you're going fictional, you've got to bring something into this world that is.
But doesn't Legolas do that cool thing where like he slides down on a shield or something? while
Yeah,
he's
he can
shooting
slide
arrows?
down on
Yes.
a shield on anything.
While you're having
That's
war
his
during mini
superpower.
golf. That's.
If he was on the back of a brontosaurus, he would slide down the neck and fire arrows into the enemy.
I feel like.
Do you see those stairs? I could stun him.
What fictional characters would we choose? I'm thinking like right now, recently Final Fantasy VII, been playing that. Would I grab a character, play with Cloud? He doesn't have much of a personality.
Do
though.
people
Nerd alert!
do? Wait, the guy who just threw out Legolas with no hesitation is calling someone else a nerd?
Oh my gosh!
I will happily be a nerd if that means that I'm a Final Fantasy VII player.
Do people really have a list of like, these are my favorite fictional characters that you can go to at any moment?
It's you could be you'll play some Harry Potter?
Yeah, Harry Potter comes to mind for sure. You could do, mini golf on broomsticks. That would be a blast. But I mean, I think I'd rather do something with a real celebrity. Like if the question was just, would you rather meet your favorite real celebrity or your favorite fictional character?
That's kind of what the question is. Unless
I'd
you're
rather
really
I'd
into
rather pick a
mini-golf.
fictional character because I would learn more.
Yeah, oh, you would learn more about the fictional character.
Yeah, because you'd be getting somebody with superpowers or somebody with abilities or somebody that's, I'd rather chill with, Legolas, right? And learn about the elven life.
But you're not learning anything
You're
real.
not learning.
You're learning make-believe. I mean, you could do that right now. Just look to your left. Legolas is there.
You're telling me that the fictional character comes forward in time, but his world isn't real?
Yes, I am.
That's would you rather play golf with a person in a costume? Or
That's really
how
deep,
I feel
though.
this question
you're
is.
talking to an actual character.
If it's a fictional character, but now they're in real life, are they still a fictional character, or
So-
do they now exist?
Yeah, I mean, Superman. You could hang out with Superman, Batman, James Bond,
Yeah, I'm
mention
gonna
James Bond,
Legolas, Voldemort,
I'm gonna take a
Frodo,
Oh, Frodo would be so
Homer
boring.
Simpson. You don't want to play golf with Homer Simpson?
I think it would be cool to just see a
Walter
cartoon
White?
in real life. Otherwise, I'm gonna take.
All right.
I'm gonna play some video games. I'm gonna play some basketball video games with Michael Jordan. Because if I can say I beat Michael Jordan at basketball,
What if you beat him? If you beat him in 1-on-1,
yeah,
then
then
you
I can say I
on
beat
a technicality. I beat him
on-
one-on-one.
yeah, one-on-one
You're not going to
basketball.
beat him.
and I'll say no, he was older. He was in his whatever he is, his 40s and his 50s, but I still beat him one-on-one basketball, and I will never ever reveal more than that.
What age does he have to be for you to beat him?
In
90
video
plus?
games?
We're talking about video games.
Any
No,
age.
in basketball.
Oh, in real basketball?
Yeah. What age does Michael Jordan have to be where you would beat him?
It would have to be in the
dead.
90s. Have to be in the 90s.
Dead
In-
age.
You roll
Honestly,
the corpse
when-
out there?
When I think about Michael Jordan in his 90s, I'm not super confident. He's still got the size. You know what I mean? Like, and
Well,
yeah,
by the 90s, he'll lose some
He'll
size.
shrunk. He'll be 6'4" by then.
yeah, exactly. No,
All right.
yeah.
Do it. What were you saying?
I was just establishing my pick of Michael Jordan playing video games.
All right. Isabel from Patreon. Would you rather be missing a finger or have 2 extra fingers? So you're just talking about going down. You still got your thumb, but you could go from, you're either 3 or 6. I mean, that is
Well, missing
on the
a finger
count.
Missing a finger. No, you're either 3 or 7, right? Oh, you're just. Are
We
you
have 4
are you
fingers right now.
You're
and then you
subtracting thumbs. Okay. That's like saying, how many fingers do I have? 10. No,
Oh,
I've got
that's the best
8.
joke.
Oh. Dude, 2 of these are not fingers.
1, 2, skip a few.
But my point is, like, if you're
That
missing a
was
finger,
accurate, but all right.
if you're missing a finger, you have a story to tell. You know what I mean? Like, the fish.
Okay.
The fish bit it off, or a wood shop accident. There's a way that you presumably lost the finger.
You're like, well, here's what happened. I was playing this game, Would You Rather, and I had to pick something. So I lost a
my
finger.
But
Which
if
is-
you've got,
yeah.
I feel like 7 fingers would be more practical.
Is it?
Growing up, one of my best friends, his brother had an extra
Flippers.
set. Had an extra set of pinkies. So I knew a kid who had 12 fingers.
10, Mike. 10 fingers. You're counting them thumbs again.
So I've seen it.
So educate us.
And
How
what'd you think? I mean, were you a real? Was it cool to say you knew somebody with that many?
Well, I mean, look, I didn't know that it was gonna be a very useful anecdote in a story 25 years later.
But like, was
Let's
he
bring
better
him on
at
the show.
baseball?
Bring him out
Was-
here. Bring him
was
out
he-
here.
Was he like a great pitcher because his curveball was wicked with that extra pinky?
That
or
I don't
something?
know. It was somewhat functional. He didn't have complete control of it.
Is that illegal? If you have too many, like, can you still?
Honestly, the first thing that came to my mind, genuinely, was boxing. Like, you can't have heavier gloves because the weight of your hand and what's inside. You can't put you can't carry a roll of quarters because that's a real unfair advantage. But if I've got the weight of like Now I've got
extra
20% more hand than you.
Two extra
Blah, blah.
pinkies. It's two extra, Mike.
I think
well,
I'm
Two
going to be a
extra
pro boxer.
gigantic pinkies.
I'm taking thumbs, okay? I'm sticking with 8 fingers, 4 thumbs.
I'm
Or
taking
no,
the
that would be
extra
6
fingers.
thumbs.
Like if it was a really,
Be 12.
if like I had full dexterity of this finger, and I could use it like for guitar playing. I mean, I could do stuff that nobody else could possibly do.
That's my
That's
point. I
true.
feel like the extra fingers have more usefulness.
There's
have
more upside.
more practicality. However, much more difficult to find gloves.
Gloves, yeah.
Go mittens. Go mittens.
Yeah, I mean,
Oh,
but
yeah,
fit them
then
in. Fit them in.
Go-
You're going to have to be you're going to
Pot
have
holders.
to sew. Yes, pot holders. You're going to
I
have
think
to
we're
learn
saying
how to
this
sew.
like you can't just like stitch an extra finger hole onto a pair of
Two.
gloves.
You need an extra 2.
I
Oh,
don't think
two.
you-
I'm so
I don't
sorry.
think you can just stitch an extra.
Yeah, in fact,
Yes,
I will
you
pay
can.
you. I will pay you to stitch extra fingers onto some gloves.
Yeah, that's not a thing because you got to have the room for it. Like the spot of the hole is going to be all thrown off when at the.
This is
you know
such
what I
a
mean?
dumb question.
I'm taking the extra fingers.
I'm taking the extra fingers.
I
for
don't
sure.
live in cold weather where I have to wear gloves. I think I'm gonna,
Just to
Pick
give
up the
Jason
guitar.
one more option here. Would you rather have 5 extra fingers on one hand or spiders to be 4 times as big?
I would have fingers coming out of every part of my body. I will be the finger man for sure.
All right, we're moving on.
Spitwad, some of life's best moments happen around the campfire. I have so many memories growing up around the campfire. I remember my dad screaming, "Bear!" He was lying, and he got me good. But that was around a campfire. It's so nice in today's electronic age to unplug, sit around a campfire, and create special memories. The downside of a campfire, smoke in your face. That's pretty much how all of my childhood memories were, but no more thanks to Solo Stove. Solo Stove is awesome. If you haven't heard about Solo Stove, it is a highly manufactured stainless steel magical fire pit that you can put out wherever you want. It's easy. I've got mine in a carrying bag, and I can bring it anywhere. It sets up instantly, and I don't know how they've done it, but you basically put wood in a fire. You've had a fireplace. You've seen a campfire before. You put wood in, you light it on fire, but there's no smoke, or there's so little smoke, and there's fire, and it's unbelievable. I don't know what kind of magic they've done, but they're so confident that you'll love it. They offer a lifetime warranty and 30-day free return policy. Right now, you can get big discounts on all the fire pits during Solo Stove's summer sale. And use our promo code BALLERS at solostove.com for an extra $10 off. That's solostove.com, promo code BALLERS for $10 off on top of their incredible summer sale discounts. But hurry, the summer sale ends June 23rd.
Is this real life?
All right, Al Borland has done his worst. He's found some articles that, well, we asked the question, is this real life? Because they are hard to believe. And I guess I will begin by sharing my story with you two gentlemen. It's very interesting. It's very petty. Newswoman
Ooh, I like it.
Newswoman demands $500 DNA test to identify which roommate stole her $2 yogurt. Okay?
Her yogurt?
Her yogurt. So essentially, this woman has roommates. And as you might imagine, she has her items. And in this case, she has some yogurt she bought. And she noticed that one of her yogurts was in the trash and had been eaten. And so she confronted her roommates, multiple roommates, and they all denied it. They all said, none of us.
I've been there with my kids. I've
your
been there
yogurt.
with my kids. Who left the milk out? No,
Yes.
I didn't get the milk out. I didn't get the milk. I didn't get. One of you took, I know it didn't just
I didn't take
magically
it
come
out.
out, and they
I
swear,
know.
and I'm like, you're all grounded. You're all grounded until
Ooh.
someone tells me who took it out, and then eventually I find out my wife did it. But that's
No, my daughter's new thing is I didn't mean to, even when it's something that you can't not mean to do.
right. Yes.
But here, she notices, she confronts them. She's very furious about this, and she decides that she's going to go to the police and demand a DNA test. And so all 5 roommates are forced to give their DNA. The perpetrator was
No,
yes,
the police. They didn't follow through.
Come on.
yes.
Wait, I
they
missed part of that article. Did you say a $2,000 yogurt?
$2 yogurt. This was police. This was actually
Where
law
was
enforcement
this?
in Taiwan. The
Okay.
police department agreed. They realized they couldn't get fingerprints from the bottle, and they demanded the 5 roommates to report to the station, got DNA samples, identified the thief, and this is the worst part. That thief is now facing a charge of threat pressed by the original roommate.
What is happening in Taiwan? What is so? I mean, do you know how much $2 yogurt you could have bought with that $500?
I know this was about principle, Jason. You ever
I'm
heard somebody
guessing
waste their time on
250
principle?
yogurts.
We have all had that thought before of something like just a really small situation of like, I know I'm right and I'm going to find out. And then
Whatever
you go
it takes.
and you daydream and you go through all the steps of that's right. I'll see you in court. I'm going to sue you over this. But this person actually did it.
I won't say their names, but I had some friends that were roommates, and you know how when you're roommates, you kind of fight that battle of who's going to do the dishes this day, who's going to clean that thing up, this thing up. Anyway, one of them like made a pizza and had like the pizza stuff out on the counter and left the tray out, and it was a battle of wills, and that thing stayed on the counter for weeks with everything else around it cleaned, and neither person would budge to clean up the pizza stuff. So it can get to the level where you may want a DNA test.
We are dumb.
We are dumb people.
A dumb species.
The dumb species here is the police officers. Because, I mean, if I'm a police officer and you come crashing in here, I will just buy you a yogurt. At this point, I'll be like, come on, let's go to the store. Here's $2. Get yourself a yogurt. And
But that's
here's a
not
book
justice.
called Don't Sweat the Small Stuff.
Yeah. So that's my story. That is somehow real life.
That's crazy. All right, I'll bring my story up here. My story that I found is pig sparks farm fire in England after eating and defecating battery-powered pedometer. So
Wait.
this
That
pig
story was funny in the beginning.
this pig pooped fire. And I know we've all felt like that. We've gone to Chipotle, we've gotten the hot sauce, and we think we could start a fire. This pig did it. This pig pooped a farm fire.
Goodness.
And here's what's crazy, right? So, like, apparently it ate this battery-powered pedometer, and the copper.
Of course.
Right. I mean, pigs do
As
what pigs do.
Yeah.
And I'm learning from this article, I'm surprised there aren't more pig fires. Because they eat everything, and pig fires should be a serious issue that we are confronted with.
Oh my
today.
gosh, pig fires are something I haven't really considered in the global threat category.
Yeah,
yet.
I mean, Tiff literally has been trying to convince me and our family. Our family is all behind it. I'm the curmudgeon, and I will continue to be Tiff.
Oh.
She wants to get a pig as a pet.
No.
Oh yeah, she wants to.
No.
There's a lot of domesticated. I remember I had a friend growing up who
They're
had a
cute.
pig as a pet, and they had a doggy door. It was
we
their
already
dog.
know if he's giving this level of arguments that he's already received and is now parroting, this pig is arriving sooner than later.
No, I'm not doing a pig. I'm not. Please don't make me do it.
Good advice,
Okay.
But
Jason.
this article helps me to have an argument because I don't want. This is a danger to our family if this thing can poop fire.
That is that one's in your corner where you can bring that to her and say, "Look, honey, I would love a pig, but
Yeah.
Hot fire.
So here's what happened though is it seems like the copper or something mixed with the feces. We stay professional here.
yeah,
Oh yes.
And the caca, and it created and I started thinking about it, I'm like, wait, like fertilizer, which is mostly poop. That's like used in making bombs and things like that. So it's like, is our poop like
flammable."
I mean, we've never really experienced it. It just goes straight in the water. But Is the whole reason because
Have
water
you ever
puts out
wondered why
fire?
there's water? There's water there because you got flammable poop coming out your butt.
Do you think that in old outhouses they used to have a fire extinguisher because they knew that when you eat something spicy or you eat too much copper that you're going there's a problem.
I gotta get my vitamins.
I think that no, they probably didn't. But there's only one way to be sure whether your poop's flammable, and that is for you to perform an experiment.
That would be a video no one wants to see. No one
It's been
wants
a while
to see a
since
video
the show has
of,
been consumed
of my
by-
turd trying to light on fire. I'm not doing it.
No, you
No.
could just. It's more of a private experiment that we know
I'll let you know
that
how,
you did.
I'll let you know how it goes.
It's important we know what you did. Impressive, dangerous. I will keep that in mind. Mike, what do you got for us?
So I've got man facing charges after high-speed chase on the I-5
Yeah.
with a pit bull in the driver's seat.
Like the pit bull is driving?
So there was a 51-year-old man who is now facing several charges. There was a high-speed chase where the officer said the vehicle was going over 100 miles an hour. So this car is
Flying.
going dangerously fast. Eventually, they were able to catch him. And then when they caught him, the man said he was teaching his dog how to drive because when they pulled him over, the pit bull was in the driver's seat and the man was steering the driving wheel. And the best line of this article is it ends with, "It was not clear if the pit bull would be charged in connection with the incident."
Can you charge? I guess you can, right?
I'm pretty sure that part's a joke, but
But you can
Is that where
charge
pit
animals
stops
with
came from?
assault or
oh, nice one.
oh, very nice pit stop.
Oh, he needed
Now, what would you
one.
do if you're another driver? You see this car flying up behind you.
I
And you
would
look
blame-
over and there's a pit bull driving. You'd be like, I'm off the road.
No, I'd be like Elon Musk took care of that. He did that. Elon Musk set that up. It's fine. Wow.
Yeah,
so that's like that excuse. You know, you ever seen it where
My dog ate my homework.
well, sure you
My
could go there,
dog was speeding.
but sometimes people flip flop the seats. You know, I feel like that's what happened. He was speeding and then he flip flop.
It
try to
wasn't
get
me,
rid
officer.
of the
Man, I got 2 strikes. You got to take the rap for me.
That's exactly right.
Thank goodness you pulled us over, officer. This dog was out of control.
Fluffy, you got to handle it. Take the heat.
Oh my goodness! Wow. Yeah, I'm not sure if the pig or the pit bull is scarier in this situation, but shall we draft?
Yes.
Let's do it. Spitballs, how many free trial subscriptions end up costing you hundreds, if not thousands of dollars long after forgetting to cancel? You can fight back against the scammy subscriptions with Truebill. We've talked about Truebill for a while. I know Mike and myself, we've had it long before they were a sponsor. Truebill is the new app that helps you identify and stop paying for subscriptions that you don't need, you don't want, or you simply just forgot about. On average, people save up to $720 per year with Truebill because companies make subscriptions hard to cancel. And Truebill makes it incredibly easy to cancel. Just link your accounts and Truebill will cancel your unwanted subscriptions in one tap. And your Truebill concierge is there when you need them to cancel unwanted subscriptions so you don't have to. I have personally used it. It is awesome. I saved so much money. There were things I don't even remember signing up for years ago. Kids stuff that's like, like they're not in 3rd grade anymore. I don't need this at all. Don't fall for subscription scams any longer. Start canceling today at Truebill.com/ballers. Go right now, Truebill.com/ballers. You could save thousands of dollars a year. Truebill.com/ballers.
The Spitballers Draft.
Badingy!
Is that your first pick?
Oh, crap. Yeah, it is. All right, so today we are drafting the best potato-based foods.
Mm-hmm.
Take a moment.
I've been
Put
known to eat a
yourself-
potato or two.
It's a very versatile vegetable.
Yeah, it is. Is it a vegetable or is it a starch? Are those different? Are they the
I've
same?
never understood. I feel like
I don't think it's a vegetable.
it's not a vegetable.
It's not classified as a
solely-
vegetable.
I feel like
Al? Yes, I mean,
Yes, a potato's a
yes,
vegetable.
Okay,
obviously.
right. But I know what you're
Starchy
saying, Andy. Like,
vegetables. It's a
you never-
starchy vegetable.
you never really hear eat your vegetables. You don't think
It's
like
not good for you.
right.
I think
That's
technically they're called like nightshades or something like that, but I think they still fall into the vegetable.
Isn't a tomato
category.
that as well?
no
But then a
nightshades
tomato's
are
like
in
a fruit.
Skyrim.
This is-
That's what you can harvest.
we've gone down a rabbit hole we don't want to go down.
Jason's in a at a potato farm right now.
I was
We are
doing a little
drafting
research.
potato-based foods. There are plenty. Let's put it that way. There are a lot of options. I just happen to have the first pick.
Is
Yes.
there another vegetable or otherwise that is as versatile as a potato? Like what
Tomatoes. Tomatoes are very versatile.
Yeah,
They're
you're saying,
involved in
like,
so many
ketchup,
sauces.
but the phrase is not
Salsa.
eat your meat and tomatoes.
It could be.
it could have been if tomatoes were better.
If they had better
Yeah.
marketers.
But the other thing is like here's what's crazy.
It's tomato.
We're about to draft 12 amazing food items. Well, at least like 10. I'm sure you guys will each pick something real stupid.
Yeah.
But potatoes themselves suck. Like you don't bite into a potato. How is this possible that
Because
someone
like a not cooked one, you mean?
Yeah, I'm just saying we have found this bland, boring, inedible thing that causes magic to all foods.
Maybe that's why when you're like, is it a vegetable? Because it's most vegetables you can just pick it out of the ground and you eat it right there.
It's true.
Raw.
Yeah.
So then maybe that's like the weird mental block of a potato is you
Yeah.
have to
You
like
have
if
to
you're
cook
making a
Eat
if you're
your
making
steamed potatoes. What?
Yeah. Yeah, that's interesting. Getting back to the draft, I will take
Yeah.
the very beautiful, delicious, wonderful, spectacular, aromatic, crunchy, smooth,
Oh,
ranch
okay.
dipped, ketchup dipped, lovely
Oh, okay. Yes.
French fries.
French.
French fries are my
It's
number
the
one
easy
pick.
pick.
I assumed you were going
It's the
French
right
fries
pick.
because it's the clear 101. But at one descriptor, you said crunchy.
Can
And
be. It can be.
Can be. But that's
Yeah.
not like your usual thought for like, I love
Crispy?
these crunchy French fries.
Crunchy's
So then
the
I
wrong
was
word.
like,
Crispy?
are you going to mess this up? Are you going to mess up the 101? I'm sad
Did
to
I?
say you
Did I mess
not.
it up? No, I didn't.
No, French fries is the clear 101.
All right. I've got French fries. Oh.
All right, I'll jump in here with my second pick, and with this newfound life that I have found myself stuck in, where I go in the pantry and I go, man, I'm hungry. What am I going to eat? And this is now a daily part of my life. I will take potato chips.
Okay. That's what I had at my number 2 as well.
Yeah, that's everybody's number 2. I mean, French fries, potato chips. Dang it. I mean,
I think people can go a different direction with number 2, though. Like, I thought that if you had it, Jason, you would have gone a different direction.
I was
considered making a pick that I thought would be like, I know this won't make it back to me, and I know that it would upset Jason for me to take it, but I had to stick with my heart.
The
And
problem
want
is
potato chips.
so at the third pick, if either one of those had fallen to me, this draft would be over. I could dominate. But unfortunately, you guys took the two best. You guys have the two best potato-based foods because they're the two most processed. You're taking this potato, turning it into the least potato it can be.
But still calling it eating your vegetables.
That's right. Oh, man, I can
I
eat
was
my
healthy.
vegetables when I have potato chips now.
Exactly.
Yes. And SpaghettiOs.
All right. Well, look, with the third pick, I'm going to take what should be the third pick. It's mashed potatoes.
Okay.
And it's Tiffany's famous mashed potatoes. My wife makes the best potatoes on the planet.
They're pretty
I'll put
good.
her up against anybody.
They're pretty good.
I've actually I've learned this last week. I cooked the mashed potatoes for my first time in my
Whoa.
life.
How were they?
They were very good. Nowhere near as good as
Seems
my
like a
wife.
strange thing for you to do. If your wife makes the best mashed potatoes in the world, that you would then take the mantle.
I've been cooking a lot, and so because we're
She was asleep, wasn't she?
She was wide awake. Wide awake. She helped stir it once or twice.
Okay.
When I was a little behind on my cooking schedule, but it was good.
Did you open the box or did she?
Oh, very nice. How dare you? Instant potatoes, get out of here.
When you cook, Jason, because your wife is a good cook, and my wife is as well, and so when I endeavor, I'm not as good at any of the things that she does. Does she? Is she very supportive, or does she kind of mock you as you fail?
No. The end result is great.
Okay.
I have not made anything that is anything but super delicious. The process is where I get mocked.
Me too.
The process is where I get mocked. What would take her about 30 seconds to chop up all the vegetables is like, give me 30 minutes, and then we'll start making the meal once I've like pre-chopped and done all that stuff. I'm very, very slow, and that's usually my problem. All right, so I got the mashed potatoes. They're loaded. They're great. Okay, so the one I want to take, I'm going to hold off. I'm circling it right now.
Ooh.
I think I can. I think
you think it'll make it all the way back?
I think it'll make it all the way back.
Okay.
And it's really what should be taken now, and I'll be so upset if one of you grabs it.
Okay. All right.
So that leaves me.
You do have to pick, though. Even though you're waiting for that one, you have to make another pick now.
All right, you guys got fries and chips. These are the inferior cousin to both of those. I'm gonna take tater tots.
Okay.
Oh, you changed your pick.
You did just change your pick.
I did.
You changed your pick.
I was debating between two, and I want both, and I want my other pick that's going to come back to me. I need the potatoes.
Hot tater tots.
Hot tater tots.
Hot tater tots. Nice and hot.
Here's the thing. Tater tots are nowhere near as frequent an
Tater
item.
tots are great,
As
and
the
that
other.
was going to
Great.
be my pick.
The
But
availability is not as high.
It is not. But when I go, like, we have Smash Burger or Sonic. There's a few places where they will just, do you want French fries or tater tots? And at those places, maybe it's just because it's rare. I almost always go with tater tots.
It is because it's rare.
And they're so good.
Yeah.
But they don't carry the weight by any means that French fries or chips.
I really want cheese on my tater tots. I feel like
Sure.
it really.
You can do that.
Cheese goes on like I think that it's just implied that cheese is on almost every single thing we're listing.
And
right
it's
now.
not like cheese isn't amazing on fries. Don't get me wrong. It's just less frequent.
Yeah, and you can just eat cheese as well. Regardless of this draft or potatoes, you could just that's one of my most frequent foods.
Yeah, cheese is delicious. That's what I learned today.
I draft cheese.
All right, so who's got the pick, Mike?
I am up. I am torn now because I was ready to go. I was ready to go with tater tots. I even heard Jason picking something else that was not tater tots, so I was very ready to draft tater tots.
When he said hot tater tots.
Tots. All right. But I'm just gonna keep moving along.
Just steamed potatoes.
No, I'm just
Raw?
gonna keep moving along here with my heart. I have no idea what people like. I have no idea where this vote is gonna go, but I love me potato salad.
Okay.
I love it so very much with my barbecue meals, with really any type of meals. I mean, you give me a potato salad and I am in.
So we obviously we have our fantasy football podcast. It's massive. We do a lot of drafts and things like that. There's nothing greater than when you come in prepared with a list of who you want and someone drafts something not even on your list. I mean, when it's like, I'll take Felix Jones. I mean, potato salad's fine. It's okay. I'll eat it. I like it, but I don't think it's top 10, Mike.
Yeah, I mean,
love it.
Jason saying he'll eat it is not the highest praise.
Right. This is not the barometer you need.
He does
or
have a
want.
show called Jason Eats.
That's true.
Potato salad was on my list, Mike. It wasn't high enough to where I would have stolen it from you in the next round. I'm going to go with what Jason was about to say, which is hash browns.
Yes,
I'm
that's
taking
right.
hash browns with my second
They're
pick
fine.
in this draft.
French fries and hash browns are pretty dominant 1-2 to
I'm
start
feeling
with.
pretty darn good there. And, man, now I have a real difficult choice. And I think
I wanted hash browns and tater tots. Ugh.
this is a little difficult, and maybe we need a ruling from Al, because I don't know where the lines are blurred in potato-based products.
Baked potato chips.
I think I know where he's going.
Well,
Okay.
I'm going to go potato wedges.
Yep.
Is that an acceptable pick?
I had it on my list.
It is an acceptable pick
and it's
because
acceptable.
you have French fries.
Yes,
You know what I mean? Like
it's an acceptable pick, but
It's an acceptable pick either way.
yeah,
Okay.
he's saying that it's not a fry. Like you can't draft curly fries because you have fries.
If I can get
but potato wedges are not fries.
Yeah, if I can get those potato wedges delivered to your table that's got the bacon on them and the cheese, and I mean those are really quite
the difference
appetizing.
between a potato wedge and a steak fry is nothing. That is my
the
that
shape.
is- that is
The shape.
false. Texture as well.
Potato wedges are larger than
Yeah, thank you, Al. You're a great
I've
producer.
seen
by
many
the way. You
smaller
are not
potato
fired.
wedges.
You are
than
not fired.
Steak fries.
Those are called steak fries.
Red Robin's steak
Ow.
fries are way bigger than Jack in the Box's potato wedges. Just saying.
You talking about their French fries?
Maybe
All right,
Yes, I am.
moving
Their
on.
potato wedges are their French fries.
Back to Mike. I know that might not have been the best pick. I don't know, but that's what I would choose. I think potato wedges are
that's all I'm
delicious.
doing is I'm choosing what I will actually choose.
And I know I'll have a great fourth pick coming back to me. So, Mike, it's up to you.
I am going to take like hash browns is like it's generally a breakfast food.
Mm-hmm.
But
Correct.
there is a superior breakfast potato. So it is. In my opinion, like I said, I'm just taking the stuff I want. I will take country fried potatoes.
Yeah, little like I've heard those called breakfast potatoes.
Like
Exactly.
the little square potato,
Little chopped
Yep.
up
You
potato
got
pieces.
some peppers in there,
Sure,
maybe
yeah,
some
sure.
onions.
Those are
like a hash,
fantastic.
like a hash brown.
No,
They're-
it's not hashed at all.
No, I know what he's saying. It's like a hash.
It's a
But it's
hash
better.
would just be a bunch of those country potatoes. Yeah, it's a fine pick.
Oh my
great.
goodness.
We
guys.
can cut potatoes into different.
Did you get your
little
pick
shapes.
back, Jason?
Yeah,
I got all my picks
yeah,
back. I
he's
mean, my
going-
list is so
he's taking
good.
a baked potato.
Well, I am going to take a baked potato. That is one of my picks. I can't believe that made it back to me. And this is a loaded baked potato. Okay, this
But you're
is not-
writing it in as baked potato.
No, I'm writing it as loaded baked potato.
No, you're not. You're writing it in as a baked potato.
I am 100% drafting it. It is written down on my list
Well,
as
I think
loaded
I think Mike
baked
is saying
potato.
that none of us are adding condiments to our selections presently.
If this isn't adding a condiment, this is a thing you order. Where is that
we
on
can
there?
just write whatever we want down and hold it up to the camera.
I
and
wrote
that
it
makes
down, so I
perfect?
get it.
Let me
Hold on.
ask you a question. Have you ever ordered a loaded baked potato at a restaurant?
Yeah.
Because I have. And that's a thing.
Ow!
Have you ever
That's
ordered?
fine with me. It's fine with me. I don't care.
Oh, see, I
That's
All right,
like
if-
that is
if we
such
just-
a
if
common
we-
potato product.
Yeah, it's implied either.
So you're telling us that we can draft the baked potato then?
a regular baked potato.
I'm writing it down, loaded baked potato. Just like you can't draft curly fries, but you have them. All right. My next pick is the one that I was hoping would get back to me. It's the one that I wanted with my second pick. It might be the best potato product. And I'm
I'm
legitimately
scared. I thought it would get back to me.
I believe this is the best potato product, but it's much more rare. You don't have it as often, which is freaking travesty. It's just it's just a shame. And I
Just
think
try to pronounce it. Go on.
Oh, I know how to pronounce it. Potatoes au gratin, my man. I mean, potatoes au gratin. When you get them layers of the sliced potatoes and the cheese, we were talking about cheese on potatoes. That helps.
Yes.
This is cheesy potatoes. I mean, I'm pretty sure that's what au gratin means.
Yeah,
It's just
au gratin infers that they are cheesy potatoes.
Yes, I just got au gratin potatoes with my last pick.
You did.
Hallelujah! I'm jacked up,
It'll
man.
be really good with your plain baked potato.
It will be excellent with my loaded baked potato. I got cheese on all this thing. You can put some bacon
So
in
what's
there.
your final lineup? Let's hear it.
All right, my final lineup. I have potatoes au gratin, baked potato, loaded baked potato, mashed potato, and tater tots.
Tater Tots. All right. Mike, you get to close out your draft. What do you have?
All right, there's still quite a few on the list. I even have like some classic Mike picks on here where it's not a vote getter, but it's
That's how you've gone so far with your favorites. So
Yeah, so I'm there's two that I'm torn between. Both, I don't know if they are vote getters. One of them is, I will say the word, and you guys probably will have never even heard of it because it is a Scandinavian delight. So I'm going to go here. I'm going to take gnocchi.
Okay. Like there's a soup, right? Or I guess just the balls of...
No, gnocchi. Yeah, gnocchi is like,
those little...
It's like a pasta substitute, basically. Yeah. But
and
if
it
you
is
go
often
to
in soups.
Yeah. But like the way I think of it is when I go to we have this Italian place that we go to, and it's instead of spaghetti, you order gnocchi. So it's got marinara sauce, it's got cheese on it, and it's so freaking good.
I love it. I had no idea that was a potato. I always thought that was like a little bread pasta ball.
Well,
man, potatoes can do so much. Potatoes
they're incredible.
They are incredible unless you just want to eat it by itself.
So what is your full situation?
So I have
Mike?
potato chip. Well, I have loaded potato chips. I have loaded potato salad, country fried potatoes, and those are loaded as well. And then fully loaded gnocchi.
Fully loaded gnocchi.
I like
just like everyone orders it.
In the middle of this. All right. I'm going to close this out with scalloped potatoes.
Yeah.
I'm taking scalloped potatoes, which is, it's like
Honestly,
it's the cousin.
What is the difference?
It's the cousin of au gratin.
It's au gratin minus cheese.
Pretty much.
I mean, that's what scalloped potatoes
is
are.
it?
It is pretty much, yeah.
Okay.
When I wrote down on my list, I'm writing these things down. I remembered scalloped potatoes. I'm like, those are so good. I wrote that down.
And then you remembered au gratin.
And then I went, oh, what am I doing? I crossed that out, and I wrote au gratin.
I'll be honest, I would have taken au gratin ahead of scalloped had it made it back to me, which I thought it would. That's why I went with potato wedges. I didn't think those would make it back. But I got French fries, hash browns, potato wedges, and scalloped potatoes.
I got two things on my list that I still absolutely love. One of them I know is not beloved by all. Potato skins. I love potato skins.
Those are good.
Yeah, I mean they're whenever you just crisp it and then put a bunch of sour cream, cheese, and chives and
load them up. Get them loaded.
Loaded, of course.
Yeah.
Have you ever had croquettes? You ever had those?
I've played croquette.
I have played croquette.
Croquettes are like they almost look like they are cheese sticks, but they're potatoes.
That sounds delicious.
It sounds great. Are they deep fried?
Yeah, of course.
All right.
I don't know if
it sounds like
deep.
a French fry. I mean, the way you just described it, they're like a little stick of potato, but then you fry it.
I'm going to be honest with you guys. This draft, when I look at it, it was spudtacular.
Oh, man.
Come on. Come on.
8 out of 10 on the bad scale.
I'll give my shout out to the food that. Have you guys ever heard of lefse?
No.
Yeah, lefse. It's from
the cousin
Norway.
of Reifse.
Nice. But I know of it because my heritage is Scandinavian from Norway. It's almost like a crepe. Like it's this really thin potato or
so there's potatoes. I love it.
Yeah, I meant to say like a real thin pancake, but it's made out of potatoes, and you can either eat it with butter or you go with like cinnamon and sugar on it. It's fantastic.
Another thing that has not been drafted that is so good. I think potato-based soups are the best. Whether it's a loaded baked potato soup or a cream of potato soup, or I mean, the sour cream and potato soup, whatever it is, it just doesn't matter. If it's got potatoes in it and it's thick, it's wonderful.
Yeah. Potato soups are delicious. I'm kind of hungry now.
Oh, I'm starving.
I'm Googling things like, are potatoes healthy? That's what I'm Googling.
I'm going to try to put together a meal of these things, just potatoes. I'm going to have au gratin, mashed potatoes.
I believe in
some
you.
French fries, some chips, as many potato items as I can have, and I'm just going to have a delicious. I'm going to be a vegetarian for one meal.
Yeah, well, sure. If
super healthy.
No, you'll be a loaded vegetarian.
Yeah, yes, I will.
By the way, Spitwads, appreciate your support of the show. Spitballerspod.com. Become a Spitwad. Get access to the show early. Get an opportunity to share your ideas for the show right there on Patreon. And then, Al, are there any other potato-based foods that we omitted? I have a feeling we of all the drafts, we're pretty exhaustive in this one.
Skins were the one I wanted somebody to take.
Yeah, I forgot about them.
We didn't bring up roasted in the draft. We talked about it earlier.
Roasted are the healthy person's potatoes, which is really not in the top 12.
Yeah, it's not in the top 12. Healthy is not going to be in the
Those are red
top 12
potatoes normally, and red potatoes are way worse than brown potatoes. Way worse.
And I probably would have taken sweet potato fries.
Oh, gosh, gross vomit.
I know Jason hates them.
That wouldn't have counted.
I love
that
them.
wouldn't have counted.
Yeah, that's part of French fries.
That's a different I almost
Although if you wanted to
sweet,
draft,
sweet potato fries
we can do
is
gosh,
completely different than French fries.
sweet
and
potatoes.
if it doesn't count, it's
disgusting.
just sweet potatoes are so gross. And anybody
it's
that
a
says
different vegetable.
Yes,
You don't get to
different-
draft. I'll take carrots. We left carrots out, guys.
Yams are potatoes.
Yeah, they are.
They're a type of potato.
it's a type of potato, it's
Yes.
a sweet
All
potato.
right, fine.
like saying if
not
we're
the
taking
same as
app-
carrots.
If we're
I'm
taking
pushing this-
apple-based products, it's like all the versions of apples.
Granny Smith is out. Only
okay.
Fuji.
Okay. Yeah. Well, none of us took sweet potato
Well, thank
stuff.
goodness, because we have morals. We have.
I love
we're-
sweet potatoes.
Oh, get out of here!
So
With your
bad.
disgusting
They're not
mustache
so bad. I'm pushing this
taste
button.
buds.
What did we learn today?
I learned that a potato's a vegetable. I was not sure.
I learned that the celebrity that both Andy and his wife would like to hang out with is Legolas.
It's apparently oh no, not the
Legolas.
fictional
a
character.
fictional character. Sorry.
And I don't know. I learned that pit bulls can drive. So that is it
Very
for today's
fast.
episode of the Spitballers podcast. Thanks for joining the three of us. We'll catch you next time.
Goodbye.
Badingy!
Thanks for listening to the Spitballers podcast. To see what other nonsense the guys are up to, check out SpitballersPod.com.